plan. You can see that there are 15 sessions with 4 practice sessions. And we are on to our second session, where we are understanding the human being as self and body, our basic aspiration and how to fulfill it. So why is this important? In order to be able to function at your best capacity, you need to understand yourself. Yes? No? Yes. Anything that you want to do well, you try to understand that, isn't it? So we'll do that, and we'll see how this impacts our health. We may have certain perceptions about ourselves as human beings, about others as human beings, and based on those perceptions, we may be interacting. Like somebody mentioned, when to respond, how not to react. All those things we'll touch on. So what are some of our aspirations? Maybe from every group we can have 1 or 2 answers. What do you aspire for, other than being healthy? That we heard from everybody in the beginning. But what do you aspire for? Anyone from group 1?
A good human being, so
Okay.
apart from healthy.
Okay. Anyone else?
Being shared with each other.
Being?
Shared with each other.
Sharing with each other. Okay, nice. Anybody else?
To be happy.
Okay. To be in harmony. Okay. Okay. Purpose of life. To be successful. Okay. Who said that? To be highly knowledgeable. Any other aspirations?
To be grateful what we received.
To be grateful for what we receive.
To be polymath.
To be?
Polymath.
Okay. To be polymath. Anybody else? So to be a good professional and to impact society with our profession. Yeah. Anybody else?
To be in the feeling of relationship with everyone.
To have feeling of relationship for everyone. Anyone else? So we have all these aspirations. Now if I ask you, why do you have this aspiration that you shared you have? Why do you have this aspiration? Anybody? Yes. Inborn need. Okay. Purpose of our life.
It will give peace and happiness for myself.
Okay. Peace and happiness.
Survival.
Survival. But we are already surviving. Then why are we in this workshop? Okay. How I want to be. Now, at any point you would have got inspired from someone for something. So that becomes our purpose of life. In that case, now my purpose will keep changing based on who I meet, who I am influenced by. Something attracts you to? So that you are saying what you really want to be. Okay. But you don't know what was there in the past, right? So now, why do you want to be that way? No, that's okay. But many times in life you may have aspired for something. Now, if you ask yourself why you inspired for that, why you aspired for that? Huh? No, but like you aspire, say, for, say, a good career. Two, why do you want to have a good career? What will it do for you? But why do you want to become that? Yeah. So if we all look at our aspirations, like you said, end of the day we might find we are doing things so that we can be happy. Anybody doing things to be unhappy? So at the face of it, it looks like we all have very different aspirations. Somebody aspires for some career, somebody aspires for peace of mind, somebody else aspires for world peace, somebody else aspires for something else. But if you ask yourself why, ultimately the answer you will get is because it gives you happiness. You want to be happy. So can we say that our basic aspiration, or at the fundamental level, our aspiration is to be happy? Is that okay? Yes. So we all want to be happy. Do we want to be happy all the time or only sometimes?
All the time.
All the time. Are we happy all the time?
No.
No. So there is a gap between what we want to be and what we are. How about prosperity? Do we want to be prosperous or we don't want to be? We want to be prosperous. We want prosperity all the time or only sometimes? All the time. Do we feel prosperous all the time? No. So we are going to try to bridge some gaps here in this workshop. Okay? We can see that fundamentally at the root, we all want to be happy, we all want to be prosperous, and we want it all the time. If I ask you any point in the day, any time in the day that you want to be unhappy, answer is no, right? Or does anybody want to be unhappy at any particular time? Right? What is that? Can you just pass the mic?
Without prosperity, anyone can be happy or not.
Well, what is prosperity? If we look at that, and we might be able to talk a little bit more about it later. If you see, when we are talking of prosperity, we are talking about physical physical facility, you can say, physical things, right? Now, it is not the same as wealth. It is something like, I feel I have enough, isn't it? Then you would say you are prosperous. So as long as the body is there as a human being, you are a coexistence of self and body. Physical things are required for the body, isn't it? You require food to nourish the body. So can you do without that? Just be happy and say, let the body be. At least we are probably not at a level where we are ready to do that, isn't it? So we can see for ourselves, can you be happy? In fact, I would say prosperity, feeling of prosperity is a part of that happiness. If I ask you why you want to be prosperous, again the answer will come back to, I want to be happy. So actually prosperity is part of that happiness. In that sense, you are right, but that is inclusive of prosperity, not without prosperity.
The level of prosperity vary from person to person.
Yeah, that also we'll see, whether the level is different for different people, just like our aspirations, or fundamentally at the root, prosperity is similar for all. That we'll see. Okay. Anybody else has any observation or question? Yeah, again, the statement is that prosperity cannot give you happiness always. Yeah. So when we talk about prosperity, we'll talk about happiness and all of that. In fact, what I was just mentioning, the feeling that I have enough. Now, I can have that feeling with less physical facility, or I can have that feeling with more physical facility, or I may never have that feeling. So I may be the wealthiest person on the planet, but if I feel I don't have enough, then I don't have prosperity. So I would say that having enough wealth need not make you prosperous. Yeah? So, but if you are prosperous, in the sense you feel that you have enough, you will be happy with it, right? So in that sense, you can see that prosperity is included in happiness. Yes? Your question was answered, right? Yeah. Any other observation or question? Yes. Very nice. Very nice. Any other observations?
Happiness. Right, ma'am?
But who will have the feeling that I have enough?
Who is?
Who is the person who's going to have the feeling that I have enough? Body or self?
Self.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that more. Yes.
Didi, many times I feel like if I am going with the preconditioning thoughts, if I am like that, I will be happy. Sometimes by seeing others, if I am going that, yes, then only I will also be, I can be happy. That is through the sensation. So if I am going with the preconditioning thoughts and then self, like sensation, it is leading to not happiness, maybe excitement or momentary happiness. But I am practicing to align my imagination align with the natural acceptance. Then only I can find that I can go with the happiness. For that I need to explore more. I am into the process.
Yeah.
That I could understand to differentiate between preconditioning by listening to somebody through my sensation. Like I want to be like that only. If I am going with that, I am not happy. That is not continuity in process. So as you said, the natural acceptance for every proposal. If I am thinking that if I am going with the natural acceptance, yes, it is working. I could find the continuity in the happiness. Thank you.
Very nice. Any other observation? Okay, let's go further. We were talking just now about physical facility. When we are talking about prosperity, physical facility. And I think we already got some answers to this question. Is physical facility enough for our fulfillment, or is something more required? So, physical facility is necessary, like we were just discussing. As long as the body is there, you have to take care of the body. So you require some food, something to, clothe the body. All those things are required. But is it enough for the human being, or something more is required? More is required? Anybody who feels physical facility is enough? No. Now we can ask ourselves, is the unhappiness within us and in our families more due to lack of physical facility, or more due to lack of fulfillment in relationship? If we have any problems at home, is it more because of lack of physical facility, or is it more because of lack of fulfillment in relationships? What is the answer? So we are getting almost unanimously the same answers, right? Lack of fulfillment in relationship. How much time do we spend in trying to fulfill our relationships, and how much time do we spend working for more physical facility? Is there a mismatch? Yes? We want fulfillment in relationship, but we are spending a whole lot of time trying to get more physical facility, isn't it? So at least can we say that relationship is also required? Besides physical facility for a human being, relationship is also required. Is it fair to say that? Yes. Now, so this is what is being depicted in this chart, that it's okay that we need physical facility for the body, but we also need relationship. As human beings, we are not satisfied with just survival. We want fulfillment. Fulfillment in our relationships. Isn't it? Now, let's explore some of our relationships in our families, at home, with friends, at the workplace, in our professional career, in the society. When you're interacting with your close family members also, do we sometimes have irritation, anger, resentment towards others? Yes. Do you want to have that resentment? No. Again, there's a mismatch, isn't it? What we want to be and what we are two different things, isn't it? So we have arguments, we have fights. Every time there is a fight, what do? Do we say sorry? No, we don't say. How do you, huh? Sometimes. Or sometimes the other person says sorry. Days and days. Try to notice what is your feeling at that time. How do you feel? Do you feel good inside or not so good? Not so good. So we may be having many fights. We try to resolve those fights. We decide that we will not fight again. But what happens? Again we fight. Again we didn't want to fight, but we fight. So why is this happening? We are wanting the other person to improve. The other person is waiting for us to improve. One is on one end of the room, the other is on the other end of the room. And nobody wants to make a step forward. That person is waiting that you come to my side. This one is waiting you come to my side. So it doesn't get resolved. But what is the fundamental reason why this is happening? Why are we fighting again and again? Why is it happening that we don't want to fight, but it's happening? So this we can see are all these instances of reaction, of getting angry, getting upset. Are they increasing or they are decreasing? As we are going ahead in life, these instances are increasing or decreasing? Huh? Weekends increase. This is interesting. On weekends, it increases the fight. On weekdays, it decreases because we are not spending any time. But then also, if you are at work and you think about the fight that happened last night, are you going to be happy or unhappy? Unhappy. Now, even though you are far away, still we are having some thoughts of all this. So essentially, it's not just about avoiding the conflict. If we avoid the conflict, maybe now the conflict, the expression will not be so huge. The fight will not take place on a major scale. But inside we are going on mumbling, grumbling, why this one is there, what does she mean, what did he mean, why did they say like this to me, how dare they speak to me like this. All this may be going on. Happens? Yes? No? Yes. So, but actually when we ask ourselves, we want to be in relationship. So why is this happening? Ego. Yes. Anything else? Why is this happening? Expectations from the other. Very nice. Yeah. And just remember that. Yes. So why is all this happening? If we look at it, there is one more thing that we need to ask ourselves. Have we understood relationship properly? Did anybody teach us about relationship in school? We talk of physics and maths and law and medicine and all of those things, but we never talk about how to live life in a fulfilling manner. So have we understood the relationship? Because if we don't understand the relationship, how are we going to fulfill the relationship? Isn't it? So let's say that for fulfillment in relationship, it is necessary to have the right understanding about relationship. Is it fair to say that? Yes. So we can say that, okay, Now we said physical facility is necessary, we said relationship is also necessary. Now we are putting a third factor. Right understanding is also necessary for my happiness, right? So this is what we have put down here. So all three are required, or can we leave anything out? Are all three required? Yes? Anything more we need? So if all three are required, what would be our priority here? Right understanding. Anybody else? Any answers? So this is a proposal from our side that we would put right understanding as first priority, relationship as second priority, and physical facility as third priority. Why is that? So if I have right understanding, I will understand relationships. If I understand relationships, then I know what to do to fulfill the relationship. Similarly, when it comes to physical facility, that very important question, how much is required? How much physical facility is necessary for me? How much is required? That I can get with the right understanding. Because if I don't know how much is required, then I may gather more and more and more and more wealth and still feel that I don't have enough. So I need, this is the proposal that we are saying that right understanding is required as first priority, because with that I can understand relationships, so I can know how to fulfill relationships. I can also understand how much physical facility is required and work towards acquiring that physical facility, producing that physical facility. Okay? Any questions so far on this? So what is this right understanding? We have been talking about right understanding. What is this right understanding? This right understanding is, yes. Yes. So basically what this slide is saying is, physical facility is largely adequate for animals, but it is not enough for human beings. Largely. Mostly. Means that for an animal, if they have physical facility, they are peaceful, they are okay. For a human being, it's not like that. I have physical facility, but then I find fault with something else. I'm unhappy about something else. I'm not feeling fulfilled. Isn't it? So, yes, yes, yes. So something more is required for the human being. For animals, it is largely enough. Yes. Are we not so? Yeah, that we'll see. Is the time up? Okay, we'll stop here for now. We'll come back to this slide after the break. Thank you, everyone. Let's keep the interaction going. Convenient to sit on the chairs. We can even form a small group with the chairs and sit there. So, we have discussed so far. Group 1, you can, in fact, all the groups you can discuss among yourselves, and somebody can share the takeaways, what we concluded from so far, whatever we have discussed. Get together in your groups and you can discuss for a few moments.
To understood like what is holistic health all about. So there are three segments: physical facility, like mental health, physical health, along with the harmony with the environment. That is what is required. And ultimate purpose of human life is to be happy. And for the sake of happiness, we need to balance all the three segments, and like relationship as well as physical facility. But for that sake, we have to have the right understanding. Only then we could be happy ultimately.
Nice. Okay, that's group 5. What about group 4? What were your takeaways? Anybody from group?
Is first thing, right understanding. What we need, what we expect, what is the satisfaction level. We have to understand. Then fulfillment in relationship. How we are moving, behaving, that is moving with others. That is what is our expectations level. That should be the main thing. And the third one is fulfillment in physical facilities. What we the main need of our lifestyle. Once the need is satisfied or fulfilled, we can get satisfaction.
So how do you decide what the need is?
Basic need. What
Would it be similar for everyone or it would be different for different people?
different for different people.
Okay. So what would be your priority in all these things that you mentioned? Physical things, relationships,
Understanding, ma'am.
understanding.
For example, I need one pen. If I have 2, 3, that is not required. One is enough. That is need. To understand, no, as for me, one pen is enough. That is my need. Need is satisfied. If I have one pen, I am satisfied.
Nice.
So we have to fix a need, then we can. That is a fixing need is the understanding.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Anything else regarding health? Okay, it's okay. 2. Okay.
3
Who is in group 3?
Much about holistic health, but health, I feel, not having disease, we are thinking as health, but it should be daily fully energetic and active and happy. I think that is as I feel it as healthy. So holistic health, I don't know about it.
We talked about some proposals.
Yes,
What do you feel
proposals,
about that?
but still it didn't get into my mind.
Yeah, so
It's a
we
proposal.
just mentioned it as a proposal. You need to check from within yourself and see does it make sense to you or is it something that you can't relate to.
There is nothing that you need to agree or disagree. It's put forth a proposal that we can validate by our experience. And also she has talked about the self and also the physical facility and also with the social being. So these are the 3 components, and not merely an absence of illness, but also these 3, social, physical and mental health plays an important role. And also we would like to incorporate it and validate it for ourselves after going through these experiences. There is something called an inner voice, Madam mentioned, that how do we know what we say? That's because our inner voice tells us so. And also she spoke about how whether we are tired, what is healthy and what is unhealthy. Healthy means when you wake up at the early or go to bed early, and the next day how we feel. And she spoke about few concepts like if you are constipated, is it healthy? She made use of certain clues. So what is healthy and what is unhealthy practices we were made to understand. Thank you.
To have a health tracker,
Yes.
to know whether we are going in a healthy route.
Yeah. Nice.
Instead of blaming others or expecting others to improve, the improvement should start from within
Mhm.
us.
Okay.
So there is one Kaundamani joke for those who know Tamil, those who see Tamil movies. என்ன நான் திருத்திக்கிறேன்டா. I let me improve myself, correct myself.
Nice.
Ma'am,
Nice. Yes.
yeah, we had a good summarize on the takeaways of the first two sessions, ma'am.
Mhm.
And further, we are looking forward to know more about prosperity. Prosperity is the basic needs or anything beyond that. That understanding is very important.
Yes.
And also, as an individual, accumulating any amount of facility is so easy for anyone. But in a family or in a society, maintaining relationship is very difficult. We can learn, understand everything we can do, but we are not able to practice. That many told that it is because of ego. So how to overcome that? We are looking for that.
Yes. We'll take small steps at a time. First, we have to understand the relationship. Only then can we fulfill it properly. So we'll try to do that. Then we'll move to that.
Yes, ma'am.
You are from which group?
Third group, 3.
3. So, what about group 1?
Ma'am, that we had from the session first and second. So the health is the well-being with respect to the mental and social and physical. So the well-being we have to see in that way. Then the interrelationship that we have to strengthen by understanding, and then we have to switch over to the physical activities. So that will give the peace and happiness and harmony. Thanks.
So, how do you get this peace or harmony?
That's what, if we are satisfied by all these aspects, then we can sense the peace in us.
Okay. Anybody else from group 1?
So in the session 1, like the definition that what is human health, it's all about physical, mental and social well-being apart from mere disease-free. And in the session 1, like that interrelatedness, like how we relate harmony in the self with mental health, harmony in the body with the physical health, and harmony in the rest of nature's relationship society with environmental health. The session 2, it's all about exploration of basic human aspiration, that happiness and prosperity, and two consciousness in between. We have gone through like animal consciousness and human consciousness, and for human it is physical facility is adequate, and happiness both should be continuous in time. And to fulfill the relationship, to maintain the harmony in the self as well as mental well-being, right understanding is necessary. Thank you.
Very nice. Yes.
healthy mental health, to fulfill the relationship and then environmental factors. These are the ways to happy in life.
Okay, yes. I think it's already 11 o'clock. I'll just quickly sum up whatever we've discussed so far, and then after the inaugural we'll get back to moving forward on the session. So we mentioned that we all aspire to be healthy. We may or may not understand what this health means. So there was a proposal for health being health of the self plus health of the body plus health of the environment. And the proposal is that we give first priority to the health of the self. With the health of the self, then we will see how the self can keep the body healthy and how we as human beings can participate in the harmony of the environment, of the family, the society, and the nature. So we discussed that. We also discussed that our basic aspiration, fundamentally at the root, we all aspire to be happy. And we aspire happiness and prosperity in continuity. And for that, we said 3 things are required. First priority, right understanding. Second priority, relationship. And third priority, physical facility. Because with understanding, we can understand the relationships. With understanding, we can decide how much physical facility we require. And when all these 3 are taken care of, we can be happy in continuity. This is what we discussed. We also talked briefly about the health tracker.